So my two passions in life are photography and coffee. Instantly when I want to get up, I instantly think about what coffee am I going to have. I drink coffee, and I have coffee shops linked to everywhere in the city to where I'm going to shoot. So my camera and coffee go hand in hand. My camera is with me all of the time, no matter where I go. So the moment I leave the car, I have my camera in my hand, because I've realized that in street photography, anything can happen at any given moment and you need to be ready. And then I like to sit and people watch and watch how people travel through light while I'm sipping my caffeine, getting my caffeine shot, and then I hit the streets. I just like to capture the simplicity of life and try to make it look interesting as much as possible, and I'm attracted to light. That's what attracts me, so I try to make a shot that would look boring to someone else, look interesting. So when I look at a scene, I'm always looking for light. I look at how everything's lit, I look at how that drink on that bar is lit, I look at how the sun, I look at how the shadows cast. I basically create images on the street like you would in a studio, but I use natural light. The benefit of having a fixed lens when you're shooting on street is that you have to zoom with your feet. You have to frame up. You need to learn how to frame up. You can't just zoom in to get the shot. You have to be the shot. Well, the fixed 35 just gets lots of story in here. You've got the light, everything that you get in it is amazing. I've never used a camera with a 102 megapixel sensor before. So on the street, everything's about detail, yeah? The writing on the signs, the expressions of people's faces. But when I looked at the files on this thing, everything was like crystal clear, everything. Before I only wanted to isolate moments, but now I want to tell a story, and you can do it at this focal length. You can get a lot more into it. The autofocus, that's important again, because you need to capture that moment there and then. Things on the street happen really quickly. It's not like in a studio, and I'm not knocking people who do that stuff, but you can manipulate the light and have time to set everything up. On the street, things happen in seconds. This, instantaneous, and I love it. So the great thing about having an inbuilt ND filter is if I'm just walking along and someone's sitting in really bright light, I can just quickly press the button, bang, the ND filter's on, colors become a lot crisper, it's fabulous. And you can also, if you want greater depth of field, you can just open up your aperture, F4 with the ND filter, bang. So the aspect ratio setting allows me to change how it's going to look in camera. So I can change it depending on if I want it wider, if I want it square, if I want it to make it look good for Instagram, whether I want to pick a ratio that's easier for printing, all the different things like that. So you can just choose. This gives you the ability to be able to see the frame as is. So with a 102 megapixel FUJIFILM large format sensor, it just helps me capture everything that I see. When you go further away, when you've got a smaller sensor, you can lose some of the detail. But on here, like, look at it, you see everything. You can see the gears on the thing, you can see the spokes, the shadow and everything's brilliant. You see the sign is like amazing. It says Baker Street there, the stop sign's super sharp. That's because the lens is amazing. And even the wording on the building here is just fabulous. It just captures, even the brickwork is just amazing.